So you know when the Springboks won the Rugby World Cup, the joy that made grown men cry and the relief to know the trophy is ours, secretly being happy that life can go back to normal, no more Bok Fridays at school, late nights out with the kids and hosting numerous braais. It really had an impact on our lives. But imagine being there, traveling with your kids, homeschooling them in France, and supporting one of the Springboks. That's a whole other ball game. I'm not talking about rugby. I'm talking about being a Springbok's wife. Grab your biltong and stay tuned. You don't want to miss this one. I'm your host, Madge, and this is Moments. With me today is Ezel Vermeulen. Welcome, Ezel.
Hi, thank you. It's an honor to be here today.
Thank you. Ezel is a business owner, an entrepreneur, a mom, and the wife of Springbok rugby player Duane Vermeulen. So,
A long list.
Very long. Ezel, so glory is not something we normal folk necessarily experience on a regular basis in our lives. What is it like being there and celebrating on that level?
I don't think you can explain it to someone. And I think we experience it much different to what the public actually and people at home experience it. It's one of a kind. It's something that you can't explain it to people. The relief, point one, it's amazing that, oh my goodness, it's done now. And yay, we did it.
Yeah.
And because it's a build-up of 4 years that your life is just revolving around this World Cup. So, it's amazing that we won it, and it's amazing to be part of it. And as I said, you can't explain it. It's just next level.
Yeah, amazing. So I remember being in Long Street on a balcony of our offices in town when the bus came past, and we were there the entire day. KFM was broadcasting on the same balcony, and the vibe was just incredible. When we saw the bus turning the corner in Adderley Street, going into Whale Road and then up Long, it's just, that crowd was electrified.
I actually am getting goosebumps sitting here because that is one of the best experiences I've ever had. Being on that bus and just seeing the whole total different side of it, of what I said, the public is just different to what we experience.
Yeah.
That we don't realize it when you're there. Only when you come back and you do that, then you just, everything falls into perspective.
Yeah, so I remember watching you guys on the bus and with the trophy, and everyone's happy and everyone's just soaking in this moment. Yeah. But is it also exhausting?
Yes, I must say. It's a very long day on the bus with the kids. And especially because we get on and then you drive, and you can only drive as fast as where the people are making a bath for you. But it's amazing, and, to see everything. I think my kids are still blown away when they're on the bus because they don't realize, as I said, we sit there, you win it, you're at the hotel, you're celebrating with all the team and the kids and everything, but coming back, sitting there. But it's overwhelming and exhausting, but still such a special moment in my life.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Twice.
Very honored to be part of it for 2 years or 2 times.
That's incredible. So is it hard when all the celebration is over and life goes back to normal and it's school runs and day to day? Is it hard, like transferring back into normality?
No, because you actually just crave that. So you want to have structure and normal, balanced life again. Because as I said, for especially the year that the World Cup, building up to it, to that October or whenever it is, everything is just, you can't plan anything. It's up and down and you need to, it's chaos. So going back into routine is always for me the best. Knowing that your kids can go to bed at 8 o'clock and sleep and get up in the morning and have breakfast and have a routine. I think, I crave it after a year like that.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So with your kids being exposed to this kind of success and the glorious moments, what are you teaching them about success and staying humble?
So for me, it's very important that they always know who they are. I always find it funny when people introduce me as Duane's wife. I'm like, you know, I actually have a name. My name is Ezel. So for me, their own identity, their own personality, they must always know who they are. They're not just Duane's kids. They are Andrew and they are Zian, and they have to have their own identity. It's very important for me to do that. So I always tell them, you are you. You are unique. You've got your own talents, your own creativity, your own personality. You must be you. And I think for me, I always tell my kids, and it's something that I always told Duane, as long as your feet are on the ground, you will stay humble. So don't let the success and all the good things that happen with you take over and put you in a position where you can't realize where you've come from. For me, it's very important to know where you come from and what is actually your purpose in life. Your purpose isn't in life to be this celebrity. You need to stay humble and you need to work hard for it. And you get ups and downs, and how are you going to use that to build from there and stay your own person.
That's amazing that you guys are so grounded. And I think throughout his whole career, he's been super humble, and I think many people love him for that.
Wow.
And you are behind it, clearly. Well done.
Thank you.
So do you think, as a mom, the invisible work we do, we kind of fight our own little World Cup battles every day?
Definitely. I think every mom should have a World Cup medal, because the guys don't always realize what we do. It's always there. They come, they sit, and there's dinner. The washing is done. The runs are done. The homework's done. Everything is just always there. We don't mind it, but it takes time, and it takes planning, and it takes all of that. And I think being a mom is an amazing job. It's a job on its own. World Cups. When after Duane walked off the field and we were back at the hotel, I took his medal and I said, I'm going to take this one for me.
Well done. I love that.
This one is for me now.
I hope it's in your closet.
Yeah.
So you've supported Duane's big dreams throughout your relationship of many years, but how have you made sure that your dreams and your identity still shine?
I think I'm a very driven person. That's why not that being a mom is not a full-time job. I understand that, and I agree with that, but I still feel you as a person need to have a purpose. A mom needs to have a purpose. So for me, I always try, I have to work, I have to be busy. So I think of new things to do, and I start new businesses, and I always try to run it so that when Duane is at home, he can be part of it, so that it's not just rugby. He needs to have something else that he can also focus on. And that for me it's my own glory, helping him transition to normal life, as you can say it.
Finding balance.
Yeah, and finding a balance. So for me, that is my greatest glory, to get him to transition smoothly.
Okay, cool. So what have been your own victories away from rugby?
I would say definitely the businesses that I help him start it. So it's a challenge, and I think the victory is getting my kids to where they are now. One of my biggest victories. I think juggling everything and finding balance, that they are safe and okay, and their personalities are growing and they're doing well at school. For me, that is a victory, because the unstableness can challenge you a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what do you do just for you that's just yours?
I walk.
Okay.
I walk, actually. So the best thing for me, especially in summer, my earpods in my ears, and I listen to music or a podcast or whatever, and I just walk. And for me, that is when I plan my day, I clear my head, I think of what needs to be done and what do I want to reach this month, or what do we want to do, plan everything, and then come back and be, sanity.
We do need to like recalibrate and get our own heads clean.
Yes.
In order for everything else
to fall in place. No, exactly. Definitely.
Yeah. So kids change absolutely everything, and most of us have trouble juggling the school runs and extra school activities, but you experience that on almost like a global scale. How do you manage?
I think planning. Okay. I think it's very important to plan, and I think you need to know what needs to be done and work accordingly to that. So for me, when I travel, although I'm a very spur of the moment and I cope quite easily, I have to have a little bit of planning in place. I need to know, okay, say if we're traveling, okay, we arrive here, that train, we're taking that train, we're going there, maybe an Uber from there, so that you can just plan your setup. And when we lived in France, for me it was, okay, I have to have my kids on the same academic level when we come back so that they can just transition easily. So I think that was my biggest thing, is planning everything. And especially when we were at World Cup, I said to the school, I'm sorry, this is Duane's last one. And we want to complete the full circle with him.
Yeah.
So we started off being in Belfast, we were in Belfast. And then the school was amazing because I didn't want to lose their space there. And we actually did homeschooling in Belfast and just continued into the World Cup. So every morning I would get the work from the teacher. In the mornings we did some schoolwork, and then in the afternoon we would go sightseeing or go to the hotel and do things with Duane. But for me it was important to be in an Airbnb where I can plan it, I can structure it. They can have normal lunches, not hotel food all the time. Yeah. Because, sugar, all of that.
Word, yeah.
No. And space. And at the Airbnbs, most of the places that I booked was like where there's some space where they can run and be active and still have some sort of normal life within the 6 weeks that you're almost away. So, planning is key.
Great advice. So on the point of traveling, Duane is away so much. You said earlier that he's away 147 days this year. That's half the year.
Yes.
So what kind of support structure do you have in place to get everything done when he's away?
So I don't have any family except my sister-in-law, but she's got twins now. So so we don't have family here. We've got friends, very close family friends. But I learned the hard way. So when Andrew was small, you want to be a superwoman with your first child. I can do everything myself.
Yeah.
And then trying to balance work, travel, kids, everything, you realize, okay, no, I'm a superwoman. I'm giving myself that credit, but I need some support. So I was lucky enough to find amazing people in my life in the 12 years that Duane was playing rugby. So it started off when I had the dance school, where some of the moms became my friends, and they helped me out because kids danced by me, and then they would help me out with Andrew. And then as soon as he went to school, I met new amazing ladies. And now my support system, I call them the fabulous vet cooker. And they are my group of friends, and we help each other. We all have kids. We all in different ages. Some are at varsity, some are still babies. And they know my needs and I know their needs, and we just work as a team together. I can't go without them.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I think because of how we live and how society is, the community-based living principle, we are losing out on that because we live in silos and we want to pretend like we can do everything ourselves. Yeah. So to hear stories like that, it's so amazing, and I think people should be encouraged to ask for help, accept help, and put structures in place to actually have the courage
and
the freedom to ask.
Yes. Yeah. No, it was a hard lesson. I wanted to do it on my own, and you realize you can't. You need a support system. You need help, and you have to ask for help, because you don't want to ask for help because then you think you're weak, And you're not. You're
No.
actually a better mom by asking than not asking.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me.
I agree completely. So it's not just about school runs and logistics when your partner is away, it's also about missing out on the small joys and the connection. How do you guys stay connected when he's away so much?
Yeah, luckily for technology, and I think COVID taught us, listen, you can actually make it work, luckily for technology. But I must say it's difficult because now I'm the mom next to the rugby field on FaceTime.
Oh gosh.
Showing, running up and down with the game. Luckily
Yeah.
now with the older boy, they've got links and you can log in and you can actually watch the game. But before all of that, I would run. And so I think technology is crucial for us. We have to have that communication. It's not physical touch, but at least you see each other because it's different to speak over the phone than seeing a person. Facial expressions, you know, all of that plays a very big role, especially in kids, because they can't connect if they don't see the person.
Yeah.
When Andre was small, in video call was not that big,
No,
you know.
it wasn't on the level it is now.
No,
Yeah.
it's next level now. Then Duane would phone and he would like, hello, Papa, and then run around, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So now for me that is important. So that's basically what we do, and we always try to, when he gets back, we take a few days, just us as a family.
Okay.
Just get back into the groove. Although I said to you, when he gets back, sometimes he throws the whole routine into haywire, and it takes a few days.
Yeah,
So
to settle.
just to settle.
Okay. So what are your greatest challenges sometimes of parenting alone? Besides him stirring the pot when he gets back.
I think now that my boys are older, I realize they don't need me anymore. They need their father because they're boys. I think even girls. I think girls also need a dad. With the boys, even though I know every single rugby rule, I understand the game, I understand golf, I understand all of it. They don't want me to show them. It must be their dad because they think you don't know. And yeah, and I think for me it is, especially with Andre now, emotional connections. You know, for me, when they're small, it's easy to pick up. But as they get older, their emotions change, their personalities change. And I think then you need the dad just to put some stuff into perspective. So yeah, that's my biggest challenge.
Okay.
Just helping them, but I can't help them, you understand?
Yeah, with the stuff you
Yes.
just can't do. Okay. So for a mom who feels stuck doing everything by herself today, what would your advice to her be?
Put everything down, go for a walk, clear your head, and take day for day. Don't judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be judgmental and say, but why can't I cope? And this lady is coping. Every situation is different. Take a day for day and just clear your head and decide what is important for today. Not in a week, not in a month, not in a year. What's important today, and take that day and go with it to your best.
That's great advice. Thank you, Ezel. So now we get to the final 5, which is
Okay.
5 questions every guest on Moments answer.
Okay.
And the first one is, which part of your human experience, or HX, like we like to call it here, was changed the most by becoming a mother?
Patience. I think patience. Even though I'm very patient, and as I said, I had the dance school, so patient with other people's kids, but not with my own. I think that was my biggest change. I had to adapt to, okay, relax.
Yeah, I can relate to that. So what are you most grateful for on your mom journey?
Sure. I think the unconditional love that you just receive every day from your kids. They are just there, and I'm grateful for them teaching me so many life lessons, little things that you don't realize or you don't think about, and then you see it through their eyes, and they teach you a lesson every single day. Maybe a small one, maybe a big one. So I think the lessons that they've taught me is, priceless.
Amazing. And looking back, what would you do differently?
This is always an interesting question for me because I don't believe you should do things differently. I think it was meant to happen, good or bad, and you need to decide what are you going to make with it. So I don't necessarily want to change anything. It made me who I am today. So for me, no, I don't think I'll change anything because it was part of the story that is your life.
Yeah, I love that perspective. So I know your kids are still in primary school, but are you talking about parenting? And if you are, what are you telling them about being a parent?
It's difficult. No, I think they need to know the basic stuff in life. You need to be balanced. You need to have respect. You need to have a good foundation. I think your foundation is always the most important. I think if you put a good foundation down for your kids are eventually going to put a good foundation down for their kids one day. So I think the foundation is very important. And I think to love your parents, because you only get them once. So for me, it's important that they need to know. You need to love and adore your parents. Even though we make them angry, but that love.
Unconditional love that you spoke about.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you make parenting decisions, what's your North Star that guides you?
That is so difficult. But I always ask the question to myself, if they are older and how I'm gonna parent now, how is it gonna affect them when they are older and a parent? Is it going to guide them in the right direction or not in the right direction? Even though you need to take all the factors in consideration. For me is, what are they going to say? For instance, if you say, you're not allowed to watch TV, okay? Because you need to do your homework. Are they going to understand why I said that to them when they have kids one day? So I think the questions and how you do it must always reflect on, are they going to realize the lesson somewhere in their life? So I try that. Yeah. That is my way to do it.
Okay, that's very interesting, because I've also realized that when the kids understand the logic behind it, which is not always easy.
Yes.
It goes a bit more streamlined.
Yes, no, definitely. They must understand. And I think for me it's very important that the kids know choices and consequences.
Yeah.
I based most of my life on a choice and a consequence. The choice that you make is definitely going to have a consequence at the end, either way, good or bad. But you need to know how to take that and build from that and use it to better yourself at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And just like that, we've reached the final whistle.
Oh, wow. 80 minutes done.
Ezel, thank you so much for joining me today.
No, it was such a pleasure.
I think so many people are going to love hearing your perspective behind the scenes, how parenting as a Springbok wife or a WAG. Thanks so much for sharing that with us.
No, thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure.
So much fun.
So whether you're raising future boks, raising your eyebrows, or raising your energy levels, just know you're not alone. You're part of a tribe of moms doing hard things, big things, glorious things, even though there's no crowd to cheer you on. Thanks for watching. Please follow us on Instagram, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
I was told to sleep when my baby sleeps.
Sibu says at 6 months, baby should be sitting up.
The group chat says their babies sleep through the night.
They say it's important to show control at all times.
Sometimes I wish away the tough times.
Yo, but sometimes I wish I could relive them again and again.